You're listening to Radio Cosmos.
All night long.
Bravo! My compliments, little lady.
Commercial!
Break for 30 seconds.
You are now listening to BaaD Radio.
Hello and welcome as we launch into the second hour of BaaD Radio. BaaD stands for Business at a Distance. This is a show about local businesses and business networking. And we are here in the News Radio WFLA Orlando studios from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Sunday. And I'm very excited. We have Coach Massa with Eternal Fitness back in studio with us. Your show, your first show was like one of our favorite ever. We had such a good time that day, and we got so many great content reels from it, and it was just a blast. So when you reached out to me, I'm like, yes, yes, and yes. How soon? But yeah, this is actually our first live show. So you're our second guest of 2025, and this is our fourth year now on the radio, which is actually super, super exciting.
Congratulations.
I know. It's like once you get to a certain like air time on the radio, you're like, okay, this is actually working. So, we're going to keep doing it. So how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm sure like everybody else, we're just trying to get back into the swing of things for the new year. Mm-hmm. As a coach this time of year, this is the Super Bowl for fitness.
Is it? We're just trying new year, new you.
New year, new me, but I'm going to do the same things I did last year. So that's what... So
we all do it, though.
Yeah.
We all do it.
It's millions of people across the country right now. So coaches like me, what we try to do is we try to save as many of you as possible from yourselves. And we just try to get everybody on the right track. So this is the busiest season, the first 3 months of the year. So I'm just trying to get things lined up.
Mm-hmm. So tell me all of the New Year's resolutions that you've heard, from losing weight to getting cut to, I don't even know, like, I can only imagine how many you must hear. Is the biggest lose weight, though?
Well, there are typically, first off, the New Year's resolution it's not new. A lot of people think it might be new of the last 100 years, but it's a very old tradition.
Is it really?
I just read, I'm studying some Greek philosophy and Roman philosophy. They did it back then, too. Starting the new year fresh. You know, they would go take a dunk in a ice lake, and they're refreshed. I'm like, no, I don't want to go that far. That's probably one of the crazier ones, but this is, back in the day.
Right.
But, millions of people across the country, there's 3 top New Year's resolutions. It usually has to do with health or weight loss, money, or a relationship. Those are the three top 3. Okay. Usually weight loss, which will sometimes lead to a relationship.
Okay.
Because they want to get on Tinder and get more swipes or better swipes or get a swipe.
Right.
So
at least one.
At least one or two. Or like, oh my God, what the hell am I getting here? So those are the 3 top resolutions. What I hear normally is weight loss, and I try to help people determine there is a difference. Do you want me to help you burn fat and get fit, or do you want to lose weight? Because those are 2. And then I look like I have a third eye when I say that, but they want weight loss.
Why can't people just say, I want to live healthier? Why does it have to be weight loss? Because it's like, I know that I know more about it than a lot of people because I have the pleasure of knowing people like you. And it's like, okay, weight loss is weight loss, but living healthier is what you really want to do because it's in the long run. You're going to help if you eat and if you treat your body well, you will lose weight.
Yeah, the thing is with how can I articulate that? The reason why they do that is they will, for the sake of, because they want to feel good in their clothes. Basically, they want to feel good in the mirror. They want to feel that the scale is an indicator of, it's like a measurement. Am I being successful in this? Right.
Right.
And they have a number in their brain. And I'm sorry, the ladies are the worst at this. They are programmed for that scale. So they're like, I have a number in my brain. That's how I'm going to be successful. So it's weight loss. Now, they will sacrifice their health, which is crazy. They will sacrifice their health for weight loss.
For that scale number.
The average American right now, the average person goes on about 3 diets a year. 3 diets.
That's an average American. Yeah. I heard that the average American gains 10 pounds over the holidays.
It could be. Now, that's why I wanted to come in today, because I want to go through the process. So we just went through the holidays. Typically, it's like 5 to 8 pounds, but it starts.
I thought 10 sounded so high.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Well, because it starts in on Halloween. It's a Halloween candy. It's a holiday season,
Right.
not during the holidays. It starts
Not
with
just Christmas Eve.
yeah,
but
it's
right.
the Halloween candy, the football, the fries.
Uh-huh.
You know, you just joked about Froggers being out there. Like, that's every weekend for the average American.
Well,
right?
that football lasts till February,
Yeah.
baby.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with eating those foods every once in a while. I don't want to say, hey, you can't eat that because I don't preach that lifestyle. But it starts there. Then you have Thanksgiving football. Then you have the holidays. So people right now just got done not only stuffing their stockings, they stuffed their faces.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Then New Year's Eve comes along and they go to the bar and say, hey, the bartender goes, they put their card down. They go, what would you like to drink? And they go, yes. So and alcohol from the food. And then also, if you think of just biology, this time of year, I know we're in Florida, but it gets a little colder. We're actually hitting a cold front.
I know. This is as cold as I prefer it to be.
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm from Jersey. I've lost all my Jersey blood. I'm ashamed. I've lost I have about 5% left. It takes a while to
Well,
kick
you still
in.
sound like you have it.
I sound it, but I almost want to wear three layers of clothes. But if you look at evolutionary biology, we tend to stop moving as much during the winter and eating more.
Right.
Now,
Hibernation.
you combine that with the American diet with stuffing our faces, you're going to gain some weight. You're just in a caloric surplus. Then the alcohol, every ounce of alcohol has 7 calories. You're slamming down the shots and the eggnog.
Right.
So all of this kind of adds up, and then people wake up January 2nd from their hangover, and the scale is heavier, the pants are tighter, and their chins are bigger.
And their head hurts.
Yeah. So here's what what I wanted to talk with your audience today is, I've been doing this 20 years. I've been a coach and a trainer 20 years, 6 times, coach over 1,000 clients. And every single year you people do these New Year's resolutions, and every single year you do what does not work.
It does not work.
It does not work. Or they try to get in shape from last year and they do the same thing. So,
But this time I'm going to make it.
Every single year they do this. And I go, I need to save these people. I wanted, what I'd like to cover in some point today is, here are the common pitfalls you want to avoid. Avoid these pitfalls at all costs. I've been talking about this on social media. Avoid these pitfalls at all costs. And here are some strategies and things that you can do to be successful. Because the average person, millions of people do a New Year's resolution. 80% of them give up by Valentine's Day. 80%.
And that's February 14th, people,
Yes.
just so you know. So that's pretty sad.
It starts this Monday, January 13th. It will last 4 weeks, and then they go back to normal.
Right.
We've all seen the memes,
Right.
the gym memes. The gyms are packed, and then by Valentine's Day, it's back to normal.
It is, and
Yeah.
that's the truth. So, I mean, my husband and my son and I, we all go to the gym. And actually, my daughter and her boyfriend are going to start going as well. And that's pretty much it. It's like, okay, how many weeks do we have to deal with waiting for a machine, or what? How is it? And we're like, okay, by the end of January, it'll be back to normal.
Right. And I don't know if there are some TikTok and Instagram threads or trends that are talking about people who do go to the gym, the frustration that they have with the New Year rush. And then you have the people be nice, and we want them to say, oh, yeah, but they don't every year. And it's okay to be frustrated because if you're going to commit, do it and be a part of the community.
Right.
Because I need the chest fly.
Yeah.
I'm working chest today.
Yeah.
And
we have our group of people that
Right.
we see, and we're like, hey, Zach, hey, we know each other, and we welcome any of the new people. But if they're not there long enough for us to get to know their name, then there's no point.
Right. So I get it, but these the people, they're going in there, and we'll talk about that pitfall. That is one of the pitfalls, is joining a gym. And I know that's where it comes from. It goes, don't join the gym without a plan. And that's going to be the pitfall we'll talk about later, which is, and that's what people do. They'll just join. They'll eat I've met with a few people last year, just eating salads and going to the gym, and they'll do a couple machines, walk on the treadmill at 3:00 and no results. I think, first of all, why would I wouldn't want to go. That sounds miserable, eating salads all day and going on some boring machines. And I'd rather eat a pizza and drink some whiskey versus doing that. That sounds way more fun.
Yeah, maybe you could do that and to get on a treadmill might have some fun.
Yes.
Depend if they had good music or not, right?
Absolutely.
You know what? We're going to actually go to a break, but
Okay.
I love the direction that this is going. So we got pitfall number 1, and that's joining a gym without a plan,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
All
We'll
right.
do it with that one first.
All right. So when we get back, we're going to have more BaaD Radio, so stay tuned.
Okay.
Together.
Welcome back, and this portion of the show is brought to you by Frogger's Grill and Bar. Looking for a place to go with friends or meet new ones, and you're looking for Frogger's Grill and Bar. And they have daily specials. They have an amazing kids menu, and they have college and NFL football and over 15 large TV screens. And you don't want to miss out on Frogger's amazing menu where everything is fresh and never frozen. There's 4 great locations, so there's most likely one near you. It's Oviedo, Mount Dora, Popka, and Altamont Springs. Frogger's, hopping with food and fun. and we're here with Coach Rich Massa, and he's with Eternal Fitness. And it's just Frogger's keeps coming up, but Frogger's has been a sponsor of the show since I launched it. And it is a family-owned business.
Yeah.
There's one gentleman, Georgia, owns all the 4 locations, so it's not like a big chain and everything like that. And that is one thing that they are very sticklers about is the quality of the food. So yeah, they have the fryers, they have all the things like that, but you can get your wings grilled, and that you can get sauces that are so good that don't have a million, calories or sugars and things like that. So yes, you can eat at Frogger's and still eat healthy or healthier.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm all for. I've been to Frogger's, and they have good food, good drinks. I don't advocate not eating the food. I just say you don't have to eat all the things.
Right. You don't have to go there 7 days a week, even
Right.
though you should. You should. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm marketing them now.
I
No,
said,
I'm
I
just
tell my
kidding.
clients, you can have cookies. You don't have to have the whole bag of cookies.
No.
Yeah. So it's just in moderation. But
Mm-hmm.
they have great food over there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So pitfall number 1. Let's keep going on this. So.
Well, we'll start. That's actually number 3, but we'll start it.
Oh,
as number
okay.
1.
I'm sorry.
No,
Did I get
it's
it
okay.
backwards?
I usually have a. Well, actually,
Let's-
because of what people normally do, I'll say here's what I've noticed in my career.
Okay.
And in my business, dealing with so many people, typically do 3 actions that are detrimental. These are pitfalls I want people to avoid. The tip number 1, which I put on my social media last week, is they will do a fad diet. Something like
Are you saying fad?
fad,
Okay.
fad diet. Something, because it's easy. My friends are doing it. They'll do something like we talked about last time, the carnivore diet's the trending thing. Oh, I'll try that.
Right.
That will
then
help
there's
me lose weight.
The keto is a big one.
Yeah,
for a
keto
while.
or carnivore, which
Oh, is that
carnivore's
the same thing? Sorry.
It's not. Well,
Yeah.
no. Keto allows for some vegetables. Keto, some versions of keto. I'm sorry, carnivore has all meat, and then there's carnivore. There's different versions of carnivore.
Right.
But the reason why I don't like carnivore is because it normalizes the myth that carbs are bad. Carbs are not bad.
No, but that's the problem. Is
Right.
like I had it stuck in my brain. It's like, oh, bread, pasta, no. But I'm like, no. It's. But I
Yeah.
mean, I wasn't. I did the keto diet when anytime that I was going on a boat trip or something like that where I had to be in my bathing suit, I would do like keto and drop 10 pounds in a certain amount of time, and it worked.
Yeah.
But, man.
Well,
Gonna eat
the
so
reason
much
why the
cheese.
keto, yeah,
Ugh.
the keto works because it has a lot of protein. It's going to really boost your metabolism, but you're taking away a lot of carbs, which is going to put you in a caloric deficit. But also, I believe it's 3 molecules. There's 3 molecules of water per carb, so it takes away the water from your
Oh,
body.
yeah.
So you're losing water weight.
Well, I knew it's not good for you.
Yeah. Well, it's not a good. In short bursts, it's fine, but it's not a long-term solution. Now the keto crazies are going to come after me. Yes, it is. I lost. Jan from accounting is going to come after me. I lost 30 pounds.
Somebody told me a story the other day where they went to somebody's house and they made taco shells out of cheese.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that.
Is it good?
It's actually pretty good.
No,
It's pretty good.
no.
But
That's
you can
like
get keto friendly, which keto friendly is not keto. It's just lower carb.
carbs.
Yeah.
Right.
But it normalizes that carbs are bad and carbs are not bad. And I know I'm going to have people email me say, well, I lost 50 pounds on not eating carbs. Well, congratulations. You went into a caloric deficit. You found something that works for you. Doesn't mean it works and it doesn't mean you don't have the understanding
Right.
of why you lost the weight. That's my job. Okay. So the fad diets, and also those. I had a funny conversation with one of my clients. Her husband's in BNI, or her friends. They'll do a juice cleanse that their friends are doing,
Right.
and that's another one. The reason why I don't like these is because they have a high rate of failure. You gain the body fat back because For instance, carnivore, I'm Italian. You're not going to take my pasta away from me. I'll kill you.
Right.
All right. And also, you're going to want dinner with your friends and your family. These are not long-term solutions. Eventually, you're going to want to eat food with your friends. You don't have to ostracize yourself. There are other and better long-term solutions that are more enjoyable. So that's number one. That's pitfall number one is doing a fad diet that has a high risk of failure just to get the quick results.
Right.
Right? You'll get quick results, but you're going to gain the weight back because guess what? You lost muscle.
All right.
Carnivore, you'll have a less likely of losing muscle if you're doing weight training, but you're still going to lose some muscle because you need carbs for the muscle for muscle synthesis.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
Well, I know that I had mentioned that to you about the difference between weight loss when it's muscle versus fat, because like I've seen those disgusting things that look like this is what 5 pounds of fat, and then this is what like 5 pounds of muscle looks like.
So when you go on a carnivore or a keto or a juice cleanse, especially juice cleanse, probably you should not be doing fasting or cleansing unless you get like if you're already in a healthier lifestyle. You're trying to cleanse the body. It's like doing an oil change on the car. It's not like you have a totaled car and now you're going to give it an oil change, right?
Right.
You need a whole new engine, but let's give it an oil change, right? That's how I think of it. So you lose water weight. You have fat weight, water weight, muscle weight, bone density, inflammation. So during these fad diets, you're mainly losing some fat, but you're also losing water and you're losing some muscle. So congratulations, you're going to look skinny fat. All right, you'll just look like a thinner version at the same body fat percentage. So
and then you're most likely to gain it right
and
back.
you're going to gain it back because eventually you're going to gavoon, like I said, you're going to shove your mouth hole with all the carbs and that you denied yourself.
What was the word you just said?
Gavoon. It's the Italian for you shove your face. You shove your face with food, and then you binge. So you go from a fast to a binge, and then you can't stop.
Right.
You've deprived yourself for all that time, and then guess what? Summer comes around. Oh, let's do that again.
Right.
And what's the definition of insanity? So that's pitfall number one. Pitfall number two would be going on a dangerous drug. They say weight loss, Ozempic, Mounjaro.
I heard that people are starting to lose their hair over Ozempic.
Yeah, they get Ozempic face. They look like Michael Jackson from Thriller.
Yeah.
You know, they start doing the Thriller dance.
Are
Sorry.
you talking about the zombie face?
Yeah, they look like zombie face. But the thing is, now I'm not saying these drugs don't have their place because it's a medication for people with diabetes. That's Ozempic. And but it's also different from semaglutide and peptides. And I'm starting to learn more about that. So you have
I thought Ozempic and semaglutide were the same thing.
I don't believe so. Now I'm researching it, but my principle is they have their place, but we don't have to start here. We don't have to start at this place. Because you're not building the habits as a lifestyle to keep making progress and keep the body fat off.
Right.
You're starting with a drug, so you're going to depend on the drug.
I took Ozempic once, and it made me feel so sick. I thought I was going to die. I do not know how people can take that.
Well, it basically, from what I understand, it cuts your appetite. It regulates your insulin. So it helps with sugar regulation, blood sugar. So you don't get the sugar cravings as much. But eventually, you're going to get off the drug, and you haven't learned, and you're going to gain it. Now, here's the thing: you also didn't eat enough. So you lost, again, muscle. A lot of times in this country, one of the phenomenal doctor I was listening to, she goes, we're not over fat, we're under muscled. So we don't have a lot of lean muscle tissue. That you want the lean look. You don't have to have a six pack, but you want a lean look. Right. And if you lose muscle, so if you undereat and you undereat protein, which Ozempic's going to do, or a drug like that.
Right.
I'm just using that because that's the most popular one. You're going to lose muscle, and then your body's not going to be able to sustain the calories when you start eating normal. First off, why would you want to eat normal again and go back to the body that you tried to lose weight in the first place? Right. I don't get it.
Right.
So they
I noticed the male models at Kohl's, they've got them now looking bigger. Have you noticed that?
I don't really look at male models like that.
No. Well, they do. They have the models now. The
mannequins.
The mannequins.
Yeah.
So sorry, the mannequins. Yeah. They're starting to give them dad bods now. I'm totally serious.
I don't know why.
All they need is like a 6-pack in one hand and like a baseball glove in the other.
I will promise you, I've had both. Okay. And I will promise you the dad bod is not as popular as you think. Right. All right?
Let's talk about that.
We'll talk about that at another when summer comes around.
Well, stay tuned for more BaaD Radio coming up. Welcome back, and this portion of the show is brought to you by Liberty Property Inspections. Your home is one of your most important investments, so don't trust it to just anyone. LibertyPropertyInspections.net, helping you protect your investment. And we are here with Coach Rich Massa with Eternal Fitness, and we're having a blast, as always. And so I was like, I really like the way that the flow of the show is going, because you process things a certain way, and you have a good way of explaining how that works. And that's the way my mind works, is like I like to have direction. You're talking about people going to the gym. One of my favorite reels to watch is the ones where they show people at the gym that don't know what they're doing, and they're like doing something backwards and it snaps back and hits them, or I'll laugh.
You know what ones I hate? I absolutely hate. My friends send this, is when a guy's doing a leg press with too much weight and their leg snaps. I can't watch. I cannot watch.
No, I don't want to see that.
Or a pec tear. I can't. It shatters my soul when I see it. It's
well,
so
thank God I
horrifying.
haven't seen that. But you know what I'm talking about, where they're they're just trying to use the cables for some other sort of thing, and you're just like, and nobody's going to say, see, I would walk up to them and I'd be like, can I help you?
Yeah, my favorite is the Planet Fitness ones when they're eating pizza on the back extension machine. So the manager's got pizza and cupcakes and all that. Oh, that's good client retention right there.
Right.
Keep them fat.
Oh, because I went. Emily Murphy. She's she does the Crunch. We went to Crunch with her. I worked out with her at Crunch, and I kid you not, she got interrupted so many times because she's very fit, and people were like, "Can you help me? How do I do this?" And I was like, go away. She's working out with me right now. So, but
well, no, see, now that's a good thing if they're asking for help. Now, I know it bothers Emily. It's probably a love-hate thing. Like, I'd like to get my workout in, but I want to help you at the same time.
Oh, she did. But I was like, come on, come on here. I don't want to be here for 4 hours.
Was it mostly ladies?
It was all ladies.
Yeah. So
all ladies, no men.
Yeah. She is in phenomenal. I know Emily Murphy. She's just great at what she does.
I call her Beast. I'm like,
she's a beast.
I have her
in phenomenal shape. She is a leader, and she's an example and inspiration to women. And
her name in my phone is Emily Badass.
Yeah, she's a badass, and women want that. They want it. They just want some direction, and that leads into pitfall number 3 is joining a gym. I worked at a corporate gym before, and mine was probably one of the better case scenarios. Because I learned a lot about training and business, and they focus on personal training versus just gym memberships.
Does gym make more money off personal training?
No, they don't make a lot of money. Yeah. They don't make a lot of money on personal training because they got to pay the trainer a lot. Now that's why you have the model now. With our model, their business model with us, they had to get rid of that model because they weren't making a lot of money.
Right.
That's why you get the LA Fitness trainers. That's why they're the Walmart, by the way, of personal trainers.
Which one?
LA Fitness.
Okay.
LA Fitness. 24-hour fitness, from what I understand, is not that bad, but they don't pay them a lot, and you get a weekend certification. You're in there, but they really gave us an educational format. They brought in experts, and they taught us. So we had good client retention. We had a good quality, but it wasn't a good business model for the business, and they eventually became too top heavy.
Right.
But they had phenomenal trainers, and they got good results out of their clients. But the reason why I don't want people to join the gym, and I'll caveat that in a second, I'll segue, is they have the numbers with how many people are going to join, and then how many are going to quit within a certain amount of time. How many visits you're going to do? They have
I heard, is it like 70% or something?
They usually go 12 times. If my numbers are, it's like 12 times the first month, 6 to 8 times the second month, 3 times the third month. Then they stop going. 6 months later, they cancel. If they put them with a trainer, that number reduces. They want them with the trainer because
it'll keep them there longer.
They'll keep them there. But they prey on your lack of knowledge.
Right. Well, I mean, there's so many people that join the gym don't ever go.
Right. And that's where the gym people get frustrated with the new people is what I want people to do is don't join a gym without a plan. It shocks me that you go and join a gym. Now, I want you to join a gym. I don't want you to shame you for joining the gym, obviously. But why would you join a gym not knowing anything what to do and say, oh, I'm going to go do some of this and some of that? And then
it's like building a house without a blueprint.
Yeah. Or it's the same as like people are doing TikTok videos trying to fix their car. What are you, crazy? Are you crazy? No, you go to a mechanic. So at least go in with a plan. It doesn't have to be my plan. Go in. Here's what I'm going to eat. Here are the workouts I'm going to do. At least somewhat know what you're doing, or at least go to the gym and go find someone in shape. And here's the thing. People kind of get in their own heads at a gym that everyone's judging them. I get that all the time.
I know.
And I go, no one's looking at you. No one cares about you. You're not
No.
that special.
No.
You're not that special. Then people are looking solely at you. Nobody. No one's looking at you.
When I see somebody that's obviously new and overweight, I'm always give them a little prayer.
Yeah, absolutely. But they, in their head, people are, because they feel like they're being judged, but they're not.
Oh.
The only time they're being judged is January because we want you to stay, but you won't, and I need the leg press.
Yes, you're in my way.
If you're going to stay, we'll share, but stay, or I need the leg press, lady, okay?
I get off the phone because I was telling my husband about that, and he goes, all you have to do is walk up to him and say, can I work in here with you?
Yeah.
And then they get
Gym etiquette is out the window now. But that's why one of the reasons why I quit my LA Fitness membership, because I needed a place other than where I go, is people don't like to share equipment. I go, hey, you want to go? No, I'll wait. Or I got three more sets. You have 3 more. I got to wait here. I go, well, I could come in with your set, and we could share.
Right.
All right. I'm coming in. I'm sorry. I wasn't asking.
I'm working
in with you. All right. This is a public. I have a gym membership as well. And then you have these TikTok thoughts with I can see what they ate for lunch, with the clothes that they're wearing. That's a whole nother.
I don't want to wait.
I can wear whatever I want without shame. I was like, yeah, but I
can talk about this. We'll talk about this on breaks. I don't want to waste your
fine,
time on
fine.
here. But yes,
I can go on a whole nother tangent. All I know is if I had half a nut hanging out, you're looking, and then you're gonna say, "Hey, can you put that away?" I'm like, I can wear what I want.
I've never seen the shaming things, but I've seen the girls that wear certain things, and some of the I'm like, I can see your entire. You might as well be naked.
You know what's funny, and we won't branch on this, and I'm going to say my opinion just real quick. And they don't care about a man's opinion at all, which is hilarious. Is they think it's because they're confident. They're really showing insecurity because you're screaming for attention.
Yeah,
you look great. That's fine. If you actually look great, like I've been shredded before. I don't walk around with just my shirtless all the time.
Shirtless power.
Because I already know what's under there. I don't have to do that because. That's confidence. I don't have to do that because I'm secure. If you're doing that, you are insecure.
I
in my
agree.
opinion.
I agree with that.
That's what I mean. Is that's the third pitfall. So the first one is a fad, short-term diet. The second one is starting with a drug instead of learning the habits. And the third pitfall is joining a gym this time of year without a plan, not knowing what to eat or workouts to do that's going to elicit the results that you want. And people just join it. Here's the problem in our culture. It's the instant gratification culture. They want things right now. And that's why but people are starting to call it out. The 6-pack abs in 6 weeks, which is impossible. You'll get this or lose 20 pounds in a month. People are starting to get keen on it. Now, I'm not going to say they're always going to have a market because people want that now. They want weight loss now. But I'm sorry. Here's a fun fact. There's 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. I'm going to say that again. 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. Now, if I put you sprinting on a treadmill, that's about 600 calories an hour, running about 80% as fast as you can, running fast as you can. So you have to run as fast as you can for a little under 6 hours to burn 1 pound of fat.
But it sounds like it's so hard when you say it like that.
Right. Well, I'm trying to, so that's why I want you to know the difference between weight loss and fat loss. You'll lose the weight, but you're going to lose muscle. Mm-hmm. You're going to damage your metabolism. You're going to start eating food above your caloric. It's a vicious cycle.
Sure. Yeah.
If I tell you, listen, it's going to be a slower process, but if you lose a pound of fat, that is noticeable. Right. Because a pound of fat is big. It's a lot of volume.
Yeah.
So if you take a little bit from the food and you increase your activity and you have a good protein and you use some weights, you lose 6 pounds of fat in a month. Now that doesn't sound, let's say 4 pounds of fat. This is what I do with my clients. I only lost 4 pounds of fat. I said, you should
give them that big old thing.
I show that. I go, I do math. I go, do you understand you burned or did not eat 14,000 calories?
You should be proud.
Then they go, what? You burned or did not eat 14,000 calories. Mm-hmm. Then it gets in perspective.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah. Show them that big old chunk of fat. That's gross. But anyway, all right. Well, we're going to go to break. And when we get back, we'll have more BaaD Radio. So stay tuned.
Together.
Welcome back, and I'd like to give a huge thank you to our sponsor, Forge IT Consulting, providing a fully outsourced IT department with a personal touch for small business. Last but not least, Get Me Automated. Ashley and her team are ready to make your life easier through automation. And these are a lot of BNI people. I don't know. I mean, these you probably recognize a lot of these names,
Absolutely.
but I mean, this show has been successful really because of BNI.
BNI is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It is a game changer.
So we're here with Coach Massa, and he's with Eternal Fitness. But when we were talking about BNI is Business Network International, and it's the largest networking group in the world, and there's chapters. And so Coach Massa is in a chapter, and I'm in a chapter. We're not in the same chapter, but we both know a lot of the same people, and so it's just opened up such an amazing network
Absolutely.
of business owners that this is such a great platform for them to come on and have this ability to talk on the radio. So yeah, like I've been featuring BNI once a quarter and having them come in there just because, like I said, I think it's great. All right, so we have talked about the 3 pitfalls. So how do you incorporate Coach Rich Massa into the mix of all of this?
Well, that's a very that's a feisty statement right there. Incorporate Coach Rich. Well, I'd like to share my first 5 steps to getting a fit body, and I want you to think more of being healthy and fit versus just losing weight. And I'm going to be running webinars and online workshops in the future for people to say, let me just give you the fundamentals. Okay. First, we're going to avoid the pitfalls, and then, but what I want you to really do is you got to start with, and this is what people avoid. You got to. Why do I want to work out? Okay, so the first one is feeling the frustration. Stop avoiding feeling the frustration. Stop avoiding it.
You mean the frustration of working out?
No, the frustration of how you look and how you feel.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Feel the frustration. I want you, like, if you really want to get, let's just be honest here. It's go into your bathroom naked with your favorite junk food. Eat it naked. Yeah, you see how you're. I don't want to, but then I want you to really. You don't have to have your favorite junk food. I'm just adding, I'm adding tea.
No, but I mean, it makes sense.
First of all, do you want to be like that? But how does that feel? In fact, don't even worry about the food. Just look at yourself and soak in, and don't use the words good or bad. How do you feel? Mm-hmm. Do you feel frustrated? How do you feel? Don't use good or bad. I feel this. I've had women say I feel shameful. The other guy men feel embarrassed. Mm-hmm. Those are not quite the same thing. Admit that to yourself. Let's face the music. I admit that to yourself. But then after that, really ask yourself. The second step would be really think back, how long have I felt like this? Okay. All right. So you're trying to get aware of what you're doing. So number one, feel that because you've been avoiding it. What you do is, I don't want to look like that. What's on Netflix? What's on Netflix? Let's order. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, really think, I've been feeling like this. I've had people say, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Don't allow yourself, by the way, to go above 5 years because now you're used to it. It becomes like ice skating uphill if it goes above that. Okay. In my experience, I've been doing this a long time. If you go above 5 years, feeling used to this, this is who you are now. It's going to be very hard to change that because you're used to it. Then number 3, that's the second step. Now, if it's a few years, like ask yourself, do I want to feel like this in the next 90 days? Right. 6 months. And now if the answer is no, you ask yourself, how bad do I want to make a change? And be honest with yourself. Let's say on a scale of 1 to 10. 1, I can take her to leave it. At 10, I'll do what it takes. Let's say you're an 8. All right, I'm feeling it now. Mm-hmm. Now you're starting to get the movement. You're starting to get movement now. Right. So ask yourself those questions and then I want specific goals. Right. Not I want to lose weight or I want to be this weight and I want to do these activities with this body. Right. Let's say you want to lose 20 pounds of fat, not weight. Right. I want to be this size. I don't care if you're a man or a woman, pant size. What's your favorite suit? Because you want to feel good in your clothes. Let's stop being, let's be honest here. And then what do I want to do? What are some of the things? Do you want to go hiking? Do you want to play with your kids? Oh no, play with your kids. Yeah. You want to play with your spouse. Sometimes your spouse doesn't want to play with you. All right? Right. Maybe I should get in a little bit of shape. My spouse might want to play with me. All right? Yeah. You see what I mean? Like, I do. Every area of your life will start improving. But then, okay, what's the plan? I don't know a plan. The first thing you do is at least go on MyFitnessPal and get your calories and macros done. They're not incredibly accurate. Get a coach. how about this? Everyone has that one insane fit friend. What do you do? What are your habits?
Yeah, talk
Ask
to
them.
them.
Go to someone at the gym. Can you just give me some basics? There are plenty of books. There are YouTube channels. Don't go to TikTok. Those people are morons. But now, I'm not saying there's not good influencers, but
Right.
make sure you have the
TikTok
resources.
is not the answer.
You're right. But there's some tutorials, but get a plan. Invest money in a plan, or at least invest your time.
Mm-hmm.
But here's how many calories I'm going to eat, what workouts you're going to do, so you can go to the gym 3 times a week. What are you going to do while you're there? I would say, is it a full body workout, an upper lower split? See, I'm talking Chinese right now, and I'm Italian, right? So,
Right.
But understand those things, and then say, by 90 days, I want to be here, and give yourself a deadline. And give yourself a reward. I'm going to go on a trip. I'm going to get myself an outfit. I'm going to buy. Give yourself a reward for that. So those are the 5 steps: is feeling the frustration, ask yourself, how long have I felt like this? Give yourself a goal and then a plan and a timeline. If you do that, now, any questions on that? By the way,
No, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. If you do that, and that doesn't take a lot of time, I gave my clients before the end of the year a goal sheet. Here's my fitness goal. Here is my why. Here are my goals. Here are the habits I'm going to implement, because really it comes down to habits. Here's what the habits I'm going to implement. So I dive deep in that, because that's part of life coaching, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then if you want that challenge, what I'm doing now is for this time of year to help people break the habits of these typical New Year's resolutions, I'm doing the Make Your Body Great Again 4-week fitness challenge.
Love it.
Where I'm going to show people.
So you said 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Okay.
All right. Burn fat, build muscle, get a fit body. There's $750 in prizes, and it's all based on tracking your habits. That's how you gather points. As you track your macros and you're tracking your workouts, and then for every % of body fat you get points. Every inch on your waist you gain points. The winner gets whoever gets 350 points gets into a raffle, and the winner of the raffle gets $750 of prizes. Most of the people from BNI sponsored the event.
Yes, they're amazing. I love it. That's a fantastic idea.
So I'm gonna do your calories for you. I'm gonna give you a delicious meal plan. Workouts that are easy to do in and out of the gym, 45 minutes, and you'll be able to get a fit body. And that fit body happens to be leaner.
Right. I mean, do people complain about food like preparation? And what do you think about those companies that are like fit meals and things like that where they can pre-order it? I mean, are those good?
I think if you find the right company, I work with Beast Meals in BNI. He's good.
Oh, I don't know him.
Yeah. He's
is that Alex?
His name is Dale.
Okay, I'll have to look
There's
him up.
one in Orlando. I love the guy. You think if I'm blunt, he's more blunt than me. He's part of Nutrition Solutions. He's very good. If you find that home-based meal prep, and they care about health, and maybe they're a physique competitor, and they make the food taste good,
right?
And don't go on a diet food. My clients, now here's the thing: meal prep. It doesn't take that much. They have the idea that it takes like an hour, and you save hours, and you save a lot of money.
Right.
If you just take that hour per week on, so my app will actually remind you to grocery shop and meal prep.
Oh, really?
I put reminders there. Hey, go grocery shop, meal prep, track your meals. And since we're doing that, they're getting more results than ever.
Right.
They're losing 12 to 18 pounds of fat within 12 to 16 weeks.
Right.
Okay?
That's fantastic. But again, that's weight that's going to stay off.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so important is that you like with Ozempic is you can lose the weight, but like you said, it's,
you look like I said, you look like a zombie. All right. But listen, my clients, they're going to be able to wear their favorite bikini in the summer, right? Are you going to really feel like, oh, how'd you get those arms?
Right.
All right. So that's because I just had so many people. A lot of them, because they learned how food works, they actually complain about how much food I want them to eat. Like, I can't eat all this food.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, I'm not suffering. Like, they want to suffer through the process.
The thing they think they have to.
You don't have to suffer. Now, they suffer during leg day with me.
Right? Who is it? Derek Brantley said that he kicked his butt.
Yeah, because I told him, get that other dumbbell. Get that on the dumbbell. You can put more weight on there.
He's funny. He's one of those ones that he's like, yeah, I like to talk about health and wellness. It's just I don't really, practice what I preach. And I tried to imitate his delivery too, which is usually pretty monotone.
Yeah, he's great. He's awesome.
I have no idea how much time we have left because this blinking. So,
well,
okay,
how about this?
actually,
if I can,
we have about 20 seconds. So
that's
go
fine.
for it.
If you're interested in entering the Make Your Body Great Again 4-week fitness challenge, go to geteternallyfit.com, or you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn at Coach Rich Massa. Do not do the typical restrictive diets and boring workouts. Come enter the challenge, and I will show you how to get a body so nice you want to look at it twice.
We can't end with anything better than that. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great week.